JuJuan Johnson has been working at quarterback in the individual sessions, and he's been working at running back in team sessions. I've mentioned in practice reports that he is not in the no-contact jersey like Musmeyer is, like Michael Van Buren is, like Colin Hurley is, and he is not taking snaps with any of the 7-on-7 or 11-on-11s. He doesn't ever take a quarterback snap in those periods. Now, he takes running back snaps and direct snaps off of those, and it wouldn't surprise me at all if he played running back and they tossed him a ball and then he threw it in a game this year. But he's not functioning as a quarterback once LSU leaves its positional drills. When they go to team stuff, so 7-on-7, 11-on-11, he goes to basically running back. And I'm great with that. I said this when they moved JuJuan Johnson to quarterback. I was like, I don't like this move because I don't like when you take a guy who's an elite athlete. We know he is. He set every Louisiana production record in the high school ranks in terms of yards and reception and touchdowns. Like, you don't take somebody like that and put him as the fourth string quarterback, which the fourth string quarterback has never helped the team do anything ever. If you get to the fourth string quarterback, your season's over. So I didn't want him to move to the fourth string quarterback. If he can do anything else, I'll let a walk-on play fourth team quarterback. If JuJuan Johnson can play the star like he did in camp last year behind Major Burns, then leave him there. If JuJuan Johnson can play running back, I'm good with that because you're light on running back depth. You got Caden Durham, you got Caleb Jackson, you got Harlan Berry and JT Lindsey, the freshman, then you got nothing. I'm good with JuJuan Johnson stepping in there as the fourth back. I think he can help. He moved to running back last year after Emory tore his ACL. He had been there for like 4 days, and he caught a touchdown pass. Caught it out in the right flat, turned it up, touchdown. Now, it's against an overmatched opponent, but still. He's an incredibly talented dude. So I'm good with them moving him to the running back spot. And I'm good with the wrinkles that he can add. I'm pretty confident that you're not going to see opposing defensive coordinators spend a lot of time on JuJuan Johnson halfback passes. But it's available because he was a really good quarterback in high school. And I don't want him playing quarterback for LSU trying to chase a championship, but throwing one on a trick play, that sounds good to me. The other interesting piece to this entire puzzle is JuJuan Johnson's eligibility. Now, keep in mind, JuJuan Johnson got to LSU, as I mentioned, and played star. So he's playing the Major Burns position, the Harold Perkins position as a backup. John Emery gets hurt. He moves to running back. He's working at running back the rest of the season. Then they say, okay, JuJuan Johnson's a quarterback, by the way. And he spends the individual sessions working at quarterback in the spring and doing some things with direct snaps and wildcat stuff, and that's what he's doing. And then you say he's back to running back. And so he hasn't really settled into any spot or any role in his more than a year on campus. And that's tough for any player. Like, we've seen guys change roles at LSU, some wildly successfully. Corey Webster, Devery Henderson, Marcus Spears. Like, huge success stories on one side of the ball and then back to another. Hester talks about how he was a safety for a couple days at practice, went back to running back. But it's tough on guys when you're working on something else and they ask you to do something completely different. And so Brian Kelly today said, here's the deal. JuJuan Johnson's going to play in 4 games this year. And then we'll decide whether or not he's going to play in a 5th game because they value his time in Baton Rouge. And Kelly said something that I think is incredible. Said that, look, JuJuan Johnson's done everything we've asked him to do. Because how many guys in this day and age, in this era, would say, okay, you started me at nickel or safety or whatever you want to call the star, and then you told me to play running back, and then you told me to play quarterback, and then you told me we'll go back to running back, and now I'm 4th string at the running back, and I'm 2 years into my high school career, and I didn't, my college career, and I didn't redshirt last year, and like, I'm out of here. Y'all don't know what to do with me, and I'm wasting years here. And apparently, based on what Brian Kelly said today, like, JuJuan Johnson doesn't think that way at all. JuJuan Johnson thinks, well, what do you need me to do? How can I help? And the coaching staff has gone to him and said, hey, here's how you can help, and here's what we want you to do, here's what we want you to work on, and here are the things we can do with you. But if we feel like we can get through this season without using you in a fifth game, we're going to do it to preserve your eligibility so that we can have you longer and we can find the exact role you need to play. And whether or not you want to say that's mismanagement by LSU or not, I'm here to litigate. Like, I'll have that discussion with you. But the kid's attitude is beyond reproach. Like, it's remarkable in this era that a player with that talent level, this is not some guy like, oh, I just wish I could play at LSU, and oh, this is such a great opportunity, I could never go anywhere else. This guy passed for more yards and scored more touchdowns, had more total offense yards and touchdowns than anybody in the history of Louisiana football. This is a guy who's been the best player on the field his entire life. This is a guy who is an immense athlete that I'm confident should have professional aspirations in football. And to never have a position nailed down for a year and a half is a tough look. But he's handled it great. So for me, as I look from the outside, I'm going, okay, I like the thought of JuJuan Johnson playing running back on this team because this team has a sophomore, a junior, 2 true freshmen. You're one injury away, which generally happens in a season, of having 3 running backs. That's not enough. So for him, yeah, running back on this team, that makes a lot of sense. And if you have injuries and he's got to play, good. And if everyone stays healthy and he doesn't, good. They have a plan. Redshirt. And I think that's great that he's chosen that path and wants to stay at LSU. But it's been a fascinating watch to see him not only changing positions on one side of the ball, to change sides of the ball. It's a big, big deal, and he has done that in stride. So JuJuan Johnson still working with the quarterbacks, but also playing a lot of running back as LSU breaks into team drills. Hey, thanks for watching Hunt on LSU. Before you get out of here, do us a couple of favors. Hit that like button, leave your comments below, and subscribe to the channel for all your Fighting Tiger football talk. See you next time.